What up, guys? Welcome back to Cherokee Hacks Life. Welcome to my second cycle of the Wendler program. This is the first wave of deadlifts and trap bar. And this is me pulling on the fat grips that I have reviewed before. If you notice, I keep having to reset them. This was early on. Again, this is second cycle, so this is like the beginning of December. I had just gotten these things. And ever since then, I've been improving my grip a lot. But they do fail, you know, and I know my grip isn't perfect, but they do fail around 315. They fell pretty badly. I don't know if they actually designed for that shit. So here's 255. Now you'll notice that I pulled it off the actual rack, and for some dumbass reason, I actually count that as a rep. So you'll see that I actually do 4, but in my mind, I thought it was 5 because I pulled it off the rack. So each one of these, you'll see 4. So you'll see here the video kind of just blips out because I'm like, wait a minute, what's my number here? And I just kept fucking doing it. That's 2, 3, and then 4. But it's actually 5 because I pulled it off the rack, but that's how I counted in my head. Don't judge me. Don't judge me! And then here's 285, looking real solid. I have worked very much on trying to get my form as close to perfect as humanly possible. I've been watching a lot of Candito Training. He does a lot of stuff on deadlifts and some really solid information from that guy, man. I actually do like Candito Training a lot now. I actually just subbed to him probably maybe like 2 months ago, and I have grown to actually like the channel. It's this, you know, I think we both have something in common. We have big ass fucking eyebrows. So I guess that's maybe was the allure at first, man. But no, he gives some solid information, and I have been working on it. And here in this video, you'll actually notice probably the exact moment on when I actually pull my my groin. Believe it or not, I had a pulled groin for a couple weeks. It doesn't hurt as much now. The only way to not have it hurt is to just stop working out. Rest is the only way to actually get it done. And it actually started to hurt right after this. So it happens. Injuries happen. You kind of just have to move through them and stuff. This is my second wave on the deadlift and the trap bar. And some of you that may have been new to this channel that don't know that I'm actually doing a competition with Elliot Hulse. That's the reason that I'm doing the trap bar. I need to get to 495. Again, here's me trying my very best to try to perfect my form. I think it's actually pretty solid. You know, I took a lot of tips from Candito Training, a lot of tips from Brandon Campbell and from Brian and stuff, and that's to make sure I don't raise my hips. That was always a problem. Make sure I don't go all the way down and try to pull it like a squat, because it's not a squat, it's a back workout. Make sure I try to pull my chest forward as well. As it starts getting heavier though, for some reason, earlier on in the second wave, I just wasn't doing it. But I did make improvements on that as I went along and watched these videos. Now, in this one particular video, I wanted to kind of change things up a little bit, and I might actually do this going forward. Here you see me trying to realign this so that way I can have the camera in front of me. But I wanted to change things up a little bit. A lot of times, you know, you kind of just hear a person's voice and stuff, and what I wanted to do was kind of put into this video 2 motivational speakers that I tend to listen to, or at least one motivational speaker I tend to listen to a lot, and then another really cool interview that was with Cal Ripkins. Cal Ripkins, in case you guys didn't know, was part of the Baltimore Orioles. And real quick, let me just pause it right there and show you, this is my wave 3, 255, 285, 325, and then I had 2 new PRs officially go down, which was actually really cool. So Cal Ripken Jr., in case you guys didn't know, was on the Baltimore Orioles, and he played shortstop and third base. He was considered the original Iron Man, and he had a really good interview and I wanted to bring it up because in my third wave, I was actually sick. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was tired. I was already getting a really bad cold, and I really didn't want to go to the gym, but I said, you know what? Fuck it. I gotta go in, man. I gotta get my grind on. I gotta make shit happen. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. As always, catch you guys on the next video.
You might be smarter, your family might come from privilege, your daddy might own a company, but you will not outwork me.
Was there ever a time, maybe you weren't hurt, But it's late in the season, maybe. Your team is out of the pennant race. It's a day game after a night game on the road. For whatever reason, you didn't sleep the night before, aches and pains. You come to the ballpark tired, and you say, you know what? I just don't feel like playing baseball today.
There were a lot of those moments that you thought of, wouldn't it be nice that I wouldn't have to play today? And then there's sort of a guilt feeling that starts to come over that you were doing something wrong. And then you push it a little bit further and say, let's see what happens. And normally when you say, let's see what happens, let's go out, something good would happen. And that's what I associated. When you felt the worst, I always associated that good things were on the horizon. Mm-hmm. And by and large, they happened that way. So I thought it was a good indication that the worst I felt, that I was going to have a good game. And a lot of times I did.